you really mad? Say you not. Why you lying? All I hear is me. Well, gotta make my people see. On the way, gotta fight till we free. I'm the queen mother of the earth. That's me.
Oh, I miss those days. When we used to run down the street and cheese. Spirit, Mother, Father, God, ancestors, spirit guides and guardian angels, we calling on you right here and right now.
She was speaking in depth to an audience.
The Truth to Power radio show hosted a women's conference Friday, April 1st and Saturday, April 2nd at the Prince Hall Masonic Temple on the historic U Street corridor of Washington, D.C. To continue the mission of the radio show, which is to heal, educate, and to uplift the African community. The theme for the conference is Raising the Consciousness Vibration. This conference brought the African community together for 2 days of liberating and healing spoken word, rhythm and blues, hip-hop, and lectures. There were vendors, massage therapists, healers, and vegan food. The Truth to Power radio show airs every Wednesday at 6 p.m. on weactradio.com, hosted by Patricia, Patton, and Kristina Jacobs. Master of Ceremony Raquel Roth Brown, poet and author, opened with the Truth to Power spoken word, followed by African dance presented by ASA Kalenia Dance Troupe, which was well received and helped bring the African ancestral spirits. After spending time and money with a variety of vendors, the program continued with a youth hip-hop performance by Watoto of the Nile.
Oh, what's the sense of trying hard to find your dream without someone to share with? Tell me, what does it mean? I wanna run to you. Stop the engine that fell from the side, set her on fire, burn her alive. Her screams will still be heard in these eyes. Blood on the corn. The vision in that time to reoccurs a million times.
Karima Habiba, presenting the African Women's Charity Organization, believes that the elders and youth must connect.
Finding a common interest, like if we all know we going through things right now and the world is changing, so I feel like the elders can't be afraid to try to connect with the youth, you know, because the youth is very important. Without the youth, we not gonna go too far with the liberation movement. So yeah, I think we can't be afraid to make that generational connection, you know, because I feel like sometimes that is what's missing. Like the elders don't really connect with the youth, but if we kind of be more confident and not afraid to connect with each other, we'll you know, be pushed in the right direction.
Right. Shabazz is a 17-year-old poet and conscious t-shirt designer vending at the conference.
The poem is called Dear Black Woman, and it's an apology to the black woman, because I feel as black men, the reason we fail from our greatness is as a people, it's because we lost the respect of our black women. We stopped praising our black woman as God.
Critically acclaimed soul and R&B music artist AFI Soul had the audience singing her hit These Hips and brought back memories of a chocolate city. Also performing, Charm Teller, vocalist, activist. Miss Charm Teller is Future Soul, a master of ceremony, nicks, wave vibes, and third eye elemental hip hop. Dominique Kristina, spoken word artist, author, educator, activist. Dominique Kristina is an award-winning writer, performer, educator, and activist. Suni Patterson, spoken word artist, vocalist. More than a poet, more than a singer, more than an MC, it's not just what she says, it's how she says it. Princess Best, hip-hop mama, hip-hop artist, educator. Princess Best is a hip-hop mama, wife, arts educator, and transformational speaker in addition to acting on stage. Friday night ended on a very high vibration as Ayanna Gregory, vocalist, actress, activist,
Put
performed.
your phone down. Hey, hey. Lord have mercy on me. They come and got their hands on the gun. Mama told me, baby, just breathe and leave the spirit with the magic potion. Mama said, breathe. Hey, hey. Everybody just breathe right here, right now. I mean, breathe as if your life were depending on it. Because it is. Breathe. Oh,
Pathologist Sekou Ayo Handi Kendi has over 40 years experience as a pathologist, holistic practitioner, stress manager, organizer, lifestyle coach and counselor, presenter and speaker, storyteller, author, radio show host, and producer, inspiring countless people in their growth and development.
You know you're doing something right when you're doing it for the people. You know, I feel like my story and Malcolm X's story is kind of similar because, you know, he was kind of in the life and I was kind of in the life too. And then I just switched my life around and started doing stuff for the people, and that really kept me on the right track, kept me, you know, focused, kept me organized, and, you know, kept me disciplined, and, you know, to hold myself accountable for, you know, how I present myself to others, how I'm going to set an example for the people, you know, and for the revolution.
Narubi Selah, spoken word artist, vocalist, actress, educator.
I started out as any typical Trenton rapper would, right? I was listening to Nas and Mobb Deep, and I wanted to be a gangster girl. Yeah, son. But organically, I grew. And when I say organically, no one sat me down and said, you should rap about this instead, or you should, it just didn't feel right. So I changed my platform, and then I found out about spoken word, and I think that really helped to take my rap game to the next level, if you will. So yeah, but I also had an opportunity for the glorious years, I like to call them. That was a window of opportunity for folks like Erykah Badu, Black Thought, Jill Scott. There was like this revolution that came out of River in Philly. And it was like, oh my God, and they have nappy hair and they're beautiful. And then Lauryn Hill burst on the scene with the Fugees, and that definitely ignited something in me, and it was history after that.
The Truth to Power Women's Conference had an impressive lineup of presenters. Lani Mataka, poetess. Dr. Mawiya Nana Ifeanyi Asantua Kambone, psychologist. B. Nature, holistic healer, entrepreneur. Dr. Afia Mbilishaka, keynote speaker, psychologist, therapist, educator. Shabazz was venting with his mother and took some time to attend a lecture.
Knowledge yourself, understand the spirituality, the spiritual ways of sex, and just understand that the black woman is supposed to be cherished and not used for sex or any devious things. So I feel as black men, if we respect our black women, we'll defeat this war.
So a lot of the passion and everything comes from like what we see daily. And us as younger people, we see a lot of our friends getting hurt in these streets. The older people are getting hurt. Like, nobody's there to really guide us like they should. So we just decided like to speak up about it and like really try to change it. Because if the kids are saying it, then the older people should look at it like and take into consideration that something needs to be done and we gotta fix it and we gotta help these kids out.
I said I'm also part of the Quilombo Africa Town, and there we're trying to establish a real town. We have Swahili classes, political education classes. We feed the people on Sundays and Thursdays. We have a bookstore. We have a garden where the community comes in and takes greens and different herbs that they need to use to cook with. And I'm just going to continue to do the work and continue to strive for the unification of Africa, because I think that's really important. If the Africans here and if the Africans of the diaspora connect with the Africans in Africa, we'll be strong, and we really have to believe that, because we can continue to strive here in America and keep trying to conform to what they want us to conform to. We have to really start looking at different avenues and different ways of connecting with people and stop thinking that it's not possible, because before I went to Africa, I didn't think it was possible, but once I went there, it is possible. They do want to connect with us. It's not what you might think, oh, Africans don't want to talk to us, they don't want to connect with us. But no, usually the Africans that we come in contact here are the Africans who are privileged. So that's why they come to America, because they do have privilege. They have privilege in Africa, so they bring that privilege here to America. So, you know, once you travel to Africa and meet different Africans and actually connect with the people in Africa, you'll see that they do want us to be there. They want us to learn about our culture and where we came from, and all that great stuff. So if we really start thinking like, okay, it's possible to unite with Africa and to make one united Africa, just like it's one United States, we'll be in a good position.
It's your heartbeat.